So it's been a while since I submitted a story. 10 YRS. Well, since my last story, my fiancé and I moved to a different house. The recurring dreams I had in my previous stories are gone. It's a house from the 50s and it's connected to other houses. So you can hear the neighbors sometimes. I do know that the previous person who lived here died in this home and she was kind of young. In her 50s, I believe, and that she had a dog. Well, when we moved here, nothing much happened paranormal-wise. Maybe it did, but we had to get used to the noises of the house and neighbors. After we lived here for a while, I was starting to see things from the corner of my eyes and hear things from time to time that were coming from inside the house, since I could now hear the difference between a sound from inside the house or a sound from the neighbor's house. Things like boxes moving in the attic or walking in the attic, the sound of the door between the shed and washroom opening, things like that. Our first neighbors to our left lived next to us from 2017 to 2018. They ended up getting evicted. I heard from a neighbor down the street that these neighbors believed their house was haunted, and then especially the attic. In 2018, we got a new neighbor in this house and she lived there until 2021, and then she moved to the other side of the country. We went to visit her at the beginning of 2023. She told us that she always had the feeling that a man was standing in the corner of her attic on the side where we live. She would always ask permission to get something from that side. Otherwise, she would feel really uneasy when she would get something from there. I told her what I heard from the other neighbors and she said she wasn't surprised. In our own home, I have seen a dark mass move in the middle of the night, the height of a dog, and we didn't have a dog at that time. We do own a dog now, and sometimes it sounds like she's playing with someone upstairs, even though no one is there. She'll sometimes just stare at a corner, even though nothing is there that we can see. I sometimes feel a bit uneasy, like someone is watching me or standing behind me, but nothing evil or menacing. A while back, I was upstairs folding laundry when I heard the sound of our relaxed chair being folded in. It has a very specific sound, and I actually walked downstairs expecting someone there, but no one was there. You manually have to fold it in and out, so it's not like an electrical problem. We sometimes have things going missing and it'll show up somewhere else weeks or months later, or not at all. A few weeks ago, we wanted to get the Christmas decorations from the attic, and when we opened the latch door, we saw that a heavy box somehow fell over against the ladder. It went with so much force it made a hole in the box. My fiancé and I tried to see how this could happen, but couldn't figure it out. Also, a few weeks ago, I was sitting in my chair, which faces the front door as well, and all of a sudden I saw a bright light right outside our front door. Mind you, where we live, you can't get there by car, and it's more of a dead-end alleyway. Normally, if someone is outside our door, our dog will start to bark, but she didn't. My fiancé was smoking in the shed at the time, which the door to the shed is next to the front door. When he came back in, I asked him if he saw the light. He looked kind of funny at me and told me he didn't. My fiancé also does see like shadows or hears strange noises from time to time, and we always joke that it's the lady or dog that lived here before us. We don't feel like it's evil or anything, more like it's checking in to see if we take care of the house and play with our dog. Our dog seems to feel at ease with whoever is here, and she's picky when it comes to her friends. So I also go by however she's behaving, since animals can sense more than us humans.